You can't do it before.
But I did it.
Okay. So, as we graph and start this, we are going through the process of taking water at room temperatures. Water's at room temperature right now. If we start collecting, we'll know what room temperature's going to be. So right now, it's recording, and the room temperature is a line going across, should be at 24 degrees. Okay? Should be going across. And right now, it doesn't show it, but it should be right in here going across. You can see a real faint line, but as this runs, you'll see it show up a little bit better. Okay? So,
I'm a tad bit confused.
well, you can't see it up here. For some reason, that's showing up because
Can you fast forward?
my time's in minutes. Should be in minutes.
Can't you just like play it, but like make it?
Let's go
fast,
12
and then we
minutes.
can copy it?
There you go. Now you see it. Okay? So there it is. It's starting off there. It's in here. What we're going to do is we're going to transfer it into some colder water that's a mixture of ice and salt. So, number one, you need to describe what's happening right there before it's going down. So, number one, you need to describe what's happening on the graph that first 30 seconds, 40 seconds. Yep. Number two is what's happening right now. You need to explain what's happening right now. So, like on number one, what I would write down on number one is that it's water at room temperature, and it's not heating up or cooling down.
What's that? What number is that line at? The line going across?
That's 0.
No. Oh.
Now, yeah, well, because we could get this lower than 0 possibly. So number one on the back, you wrote down that the line going across, where it's not changing, it's constant, that's just water at room temperature. Would it stay at that temperature if I left it that way?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd go straight across. There's no heat being added or heat taken away from its room temperature, right? Okay, question. Where can we have heat transfer? When can heat transfer? When two things are at the same temperature, or are they at different temperatures? Different temperatures. So we have heat transfer. What's heating up what here? Is the water heating up the ice mixture, or is the ice mixture heating up the water?
The water is heating up the ice.
Yeah, the water in the test tube is trying to heat up the ice. It's never going to.
So that's number 3.
Nope. Number one is a straight line. This is number two.
Okay, is number 2 the dropping? Or
Yeah, number
is it-
two is the dropping.
So that's, and then 3 would be the
We haven't got.
level, right?
Yep. Well, you already know. So, well, yeah, it'll come out when it's level. Now, what happened to yours? Did you guys get a dip and then come back up?
Yeah. Yeah, it went down a little bit and then went back up.
So what happens, it'll get to a colder point than freezing before water freezes, which is kind of goofy. That water will get down below freezing before it starts to freeze.
But it stays frozen up to 30 degrees.
Right.
Dude, science doesn't make sense.
Yeah, can you
Should make
teach me
per-
my chemistry? 'Cause I don't know.
So it should make perfect sense.
How does water get frozen before it freezes?
Because what happens, it has to form crystals, and to do that, it's going to get down below 0 before it can form crystals.
I have no history classes.
Your dad teaches history. You got history all the time. You used to.
He's not government and he knew nothing about it.
What? Donna did. I seen Donna at Sunmart the other day. I was like, what's Sunmart? She's riding around, she's whipping around in her minivan. I know. She got that one one. How do you spell temperature? Temper,
Temperature.
Ature. All right, gotcha. Jonathan. She's like,
Cooper, why don't you come up here? Help me out. Come around here. You're going to do this. Come around.
I love mullet.
You need to keep moving that in
No,
there.
it's a 50.
Okay. Maybe hold this top. Okay. Go ahead and keep moving it. Keep going. Okay.
Hey, I have a question. So we start our zero.
There's our dip. Now you can't see around Cooper. That's okay. Not that he's the dip, but that this is the dip here. Okay. Go ahead and this would be number 3 right here. Number 3 is happening right now.
Oh, I thought number 3 was the dip.
You could do that and make it a number 4 of that. I don't care. But this goes down to explain what's happening there. So you got 1, 2. Now this is 3. What's happening there?
You totally already did this.
I know. And it's just a review.
Cooper, is it cold? Is it making your hands cold?
My hand's not in the water, so no.
So, what happens at 0? You guys know what happens at 0, right? And you know what? Our temperature gauge is pretty good on this exam. Now, eventually, what's gonna happen to this? This line is not going to continue to go straight across. What's going to happen?
It'll dip down.
Go down.
So what do we write for 3?
3, what's happening right here?
It goes below 0. Oh,
Put that right back
Right
in.
here.
okay.
What's happening right there?
No biggie.
No. Okay. On front, I'd like you to circle those areas that are 1, 2, and 3.
I haven't drawn it yet. I have my graph on it.
Okay. But when you do, draw 1, 2, and 3.
It's on the iPad too.
You are. And it's recording your voice.
No way. Hey, whoever's watching this is Cooper. How's it going? Is everybody gone today so far?
Just one person.
Who is it?
Kaylee.
Hey,
So she's gonna be watching this? Hey,
Oh,
shout
I don't know if she will or not.
out to Kayla Looters.
Maybe I'll send it out to your parents and then they can listen to
shout
it.
out to Kaylee Looters.
Shut up, girl.
My homegirl.
Shout out to my homegirl Kaylee.
Just like me.
She went home. She told her mom she wanted to go to the doctor today.
And what?
Can he take that out and put it in there?
Not yet. We want to do one more thing.
Yeah, let's do it for 4 minutes.
Kaylee, I'm just freezing some water right now.
Hurry up, Cooper. What are you
What do
doing?
you want me to do here? I'm just stirring.
Some people don't know for a bit.
There's no more room for ice.
Next day, it's like, no, I covered,
I wrote it upside down. Should I rewrite it?
There you got a little pop-up on your iPad.
Hurry up.
What? Is it lunchtime?
I don't know how you're supposed to roll this. I got my camera.
Speed round.
You got like surround sound connected to that thing? It's louder, yeah. My ass fucking needs a restroom.
Too much ice.
Can I use the restroom?
Can I put the ice on this? I think it's frozen.
Okay, guys, pay attention here. We've got some changes going on. It's tough to tell on the graph, but it wasn't zero. That straight line across, if you notice, there's a little bit of dip happening. It's hard to see, especially you can't see through him. It's hard to see,
Fine.
but the graph is so large. I went 0 to 100, and so we don't. So on your graph, you'd show maybe a little of a dip. What's happening there? That would be 4.
Can I stop? I'm sorry, man. I don't make the rules.
Okay, so this is dipping. This is 4. What's happening there?
I'm gonna go with it's frozen by now. It's been about 2 minutes last time.
Okay, he's going to stop, and then we're going to take it out, and what is it?
Frozen.
Frozen. Okay, like the movie Frozen, right?
That movie.
Well, he's made a lot of money for being awful.
It's not very
Okay,
enjoyable.
now,
I've only seen it in Spanish. And it was
if you notice, you're going to have to switch gears real quick. So, 1, 2, 3, then 4, it's dipping down. 5 would be going up. 5 is going up. So 5, this would be 4. 5 is going up. Explain what's happening at 5.
So for 4 we just write dips down and 5 we write goes up.
No, but you got to explain why, what's happening when it's dipping down, what's happening when it's going up. So,
4 is when it's
it's all frozen.
Yeah, when it dips down, it's all frozen.
Right.
See over
When it dips
there.
down, when it starts going back, it's all frozen. So that's what 4 is. You just say that it's completely frozen.
It's frozen and the solid's cooling. Completely frozen, solid's cooling. So if I was doing 4, where was this dip, I would say the water's completely frozen and it's cooling.
Yes.
Now this is 5, where it's going up.
It's melting.
It's a solid that is
Warming.
warming. It's not melting yet, though. Because what temperature does it melt?
Well, I wouldn't give you that. I'm going to get it right.
32 or 0. So 5 would be solid is what? Warming. It's not melting. It's warming. Can you have a solid warm? Outside, when you go outside when it's a -5 and then it becomes 5 degrees Fahrenheit, the solid is warming, but it's not melting. Okay? You guys having fun yet?
I'm
Okay.
enjoying
American Pie.
Or you take it further. And then
Okay, 6.
6 and
We're almost done. 6. What's happening here?
It's staying there. It's just kind of chilling.
Nope, freezing was here.
Yeah, what's kind of ice?
don't work, you get out.
Warming up.
15 hours a week.
1 5 would be when it's a solid. And what's happening to the solid. So, let's look at what's happened to heat. Okay, listen. When we get to this point, heat is taken out. When we get right here, heat is always taken out of the water. Listen, listen.
Listen, Linda, listen.
Okay? Heat is always taken out from here to here. Heat is taken out of the water. Because what you're doing is you're putting in something colder, and there's always a transfer of heat from something warmer to something colder. Here, there was no heat transfer here. Okay? Is there heat transfer here? Yes. But it is cooling the water to make it ice crystals. Is there heat transfer here? Yes. But it's warming it up now. So now heat is going into this where it was in the ice water, heat was being taken away from it. Okay? So to speed up the process, of course, like you guys did, and it doesn't take a very long period of time, is to put it into the boiling water.
That'd be pretty sweet. We try that sometime.
I've had people do it in here already this year, so yeah.
They just stuck it, they didn't wait 4 minutes, they just...
No, it was something they were heating up in a Bunsen burner to see if the solid would melt in the test tube. And what actually happened was they put it in there too quick. These are supposed to take big changes in temperature without breaking because they're made out of particular glass that allows more stress. But it's shattered. Okay, we've got 2 more numbers. So where are we at? Number
6.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is this one, right?
Yeah, when it's
We have 2 more numbers, 7 and 8. So you'll, if you
Wait, what was 2? Was it in the corner?
1, 2,
What does it do?
3,
Okay, I feel like we're on Dora right now.
4, 5, 6.
What is 2?
What's 6?
No, like what does it do?
2. What's happening to the water here?
What's 6?
Cooling.
6?
6 is the temperature going up.
6 is when it was out,
It's 3.
and it's along 0.
And what
So what's happening when it's out?
It's starting to warm.
Frozen solid.
It's a solid that's doing what? What's that? Melt.
Heat shock was 3.
3 is here.
What's that doing? Is that
What's that?
freezing?
Because it has to completely melt before it can do the next step.
Is 3 freezing?
So it has to be completely melted. So before it can, ice will not change in temperature until it's all liquid. And at that point it can start changing
But
temperature.
it says it's 78 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, it's not collecting.
Wow.
Yeah, it-
Oh my goodness.
Can't wait till it's another.
no.
There you go.
I was wondering.
I was wondering like,
On this side!
okay, explain what's happening here.
Going up to the...
So this is 7,
I made it to 1.
and this will be 8 once we get, we're not at the 8 yet. Well, let's see if it makes it there. Maybe it won't boil at 100. Could it not boil at 100 then and boil less?
When it goes constant, the water is boiling.
Okay. But does water boil at 100 here?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll find out.
It will.
Now we freezes at 0, but will it boil at 100?
You need to turn up your hot bed.
There's the bubbles.
Hello?
Why's your face so...
Cooper, I
Why is your hair so red?
What's up? Trevor, did your dad mow the lawn? Did your dad mow the lawn?
No, man, my dad's like a green
Oh, no. What did you eat for Christmas? Did your mom make some bomb cookies? Did your mom make some bomb cookies?
Okay, while we're waiting, make sure you write your name on that and that you have 1 through 8 on the back explaining what's happening at that portion of the graph. Circle those portions and write 1, 2,
Is it freezing?
3.
Is it freezing? Oh, sorry, I gotta take notes. What's 4?
We
Okay, wait.
have done the numbers.
So 6 is like
4 is when it's already frozen, all frozen.
So 6 is...
So what's happening to the solid here?
That's 3, 4, 5.
Well, you should be able to tell because look at the temperature. What's happening to the temperature here?
Braxton.
So then it's...
Dipping down. So what's happening to the solid?
What's 8?
To the temperature of the solid, what's happening to it? What's
What's
happening to the temperature of the solid right here?
We're skipping 7?
So then I just put going down
Go
from
straight
like
to
You
8.
say solid is
Is that what this is how math works? You
what's
said there
6?
was 8 of them. and I got 7.
So that's straight line.
The 8 is the one.
So what's 7?
yeah.
And what's 6?
This little flat part.
So
No, that's
what's
5.
7?
Yeah.
No, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is going up. 6 is straight across.
Okay.
This is 7.
7's the big line going up.
Yes.
So number 6 is like, it's like frozen, but it's kind of melting.
Yes.
The sun chuck like
The solid melting.
Is it like
Since I was
fun?
loose.
Hey, Coop.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs, bro.
Okay, because this will be quick.
So then 7 is what, melted completely?
Cooper,
8.
put your head down. Thank you.
That was great.
All right, it's still going up. We're at 95.9, 96. We're still going up. A little, not as much.
7. The ice is melted and the water is
That's actually good. I was just
So what's 8?
and then 9 the heat is
There is no 9.
There is no 9.
We're skipping 8 now.
Ice is melted in what? I can't.
Well, maybe you should stop cheating.
You guys like looking for it or you got it?
What's
We're actually pointing it out.
It's not cheating if you're a group project.
He did point it out.
8.
It is if you're
Matt, what's
trying
8?
to listen.
Okay, it looks like we've leveled off. Listen, 96.3 is boiling. So it doesn't quite get up to 100. It would be if we're at elevation of 0, meaning sea level. But since we're a higher altitude, things boil at lower temperatures. So the higher altitude you get, the lower the temperature it boils. So 96.3, 96.4, that's boiling. So, okay, I need that before you go. So just put it in the tray. We are period 5. If you are used to putting period 7 or period 8, or period 5, I'll clear those out. Make sure you have 1 through 8 labeled.
No! No, come on.
Zero to 100 real quick.
Hey, Jim.
You're done.
Stop saying that. It's so overused. Get a lot.
Reels go!
Hello.
Kevin Hart. He wasn't ready.
Okay, tomorrow we'll review some of this. We'll look at heat and temperature. Okay, make sure you hand that in before you go. Time to go to lunch. Time to go to lunch. You want to go to lunch with me?
I've actually never seen that movie except for one time in freaking Spanish class. Got it.
Please let me experience. I got home and yelled at me, and I was like, Mom, why are you yelling at me? She was like, I can't.
Hey, we'll see you tomorrow.
You said 52.
I bet you probably